Alright, so we're making some calls this morning to carpenters, and I haven't totally figured out the solution for keeping or being able to share audio through my phone and the headphones and the computer, so you'll kind of just have to ride with me. It's a learning process, but situation is one of our clients, currently a carpenter out of Denver, has too many leads coming in, so our system that we built for him is working too well, and we're in a situation that we need to find somebody to take on the leads that we currently have. Whether they want to buy them, that's great, or if they want to buy them and become partners, potentially that's an option, but it depends how much overlap they have with our current partner. So trying to see if we get in touch with somebody good. I've already had a couple solid phone calls this morning that seem potentially promising, but what I'm looking for now is sometimes it's, a good partner, somebody that has zero digital presence, like potentially this guy I'm going to call in a second. And sometimes a good partner is one that has a digital presence and they are working, diligently on social media, or, potentially they're doing SEO stuff, or maybe they're even already attempting or paid ads, things like that, but they just haven't seen the results, so that we have a really good place to start from and can quickly turn that around. But sometimes it's also nice to start from scratch so we have total control over the, top to bottom of the whole process. So let's call this guy Brett, and I can't put him on speaker because I can't talk on speakerphone to people because I got to fix my mic on my phone or whatever, but I'll get that figured out maybe today if, these videos end up being worth recording. But we're ringing, so we'll see. Hey Brett, my name is CJ. I'm calling from a company called Prism Studio, and at the moment we are looking for a carpenter that does custom work, kitchens, fireplaces, mudrooms, closets, things like that, that would be able to take on a few leads immediately. We run a marketing agency, and one of our partners that is also a carpenter out of Parker, he has too many projects at the moment. We've been sending him too many leads, and we've got a few that are sitting right now that we need to get serviced, and hopefully there's more of a long-term partnership that we could discuss if things go well. So if that sounds interesting and you're looking to take on a little bit more work like immediately, we are trying to get these leads contacted and serviced hopefully as soon as this week. So give me a call back whenever you can. We can talk more. So again, my name's CJ from Prism Studio. Thanks, man. No response from Brett. We left a voicemail. Let's see if he has an iPhone. Sometimes that's a good idea. Doesn't look like it. Cool. So I sent him a text too. I think that can be helpful as well. Cool. Well, let's find another one. So what I like to look for is I specifically go to the maps, like the Google Maps setting, and I don't want to grab these ones because on the left side in like our map pack over here, you'll notice that the reviews are really high rated and there's a lot of them, sometimes sponsored, so those are the paid positions. But I don't want these guys because they're the ones that are getting all the business already. We want the guys that are not getting business at the moment or struggling. We want them to have a budget, ideally, so they're not like going out of business tomorrow, but we want them to be able to expand and take on these leads, and these guys probably don't need leads at the moment. You know what? That's probably not a good way to think. Why don't we try these guys anyway? Yeah, let's see where they're located here. So I don't want to do the sponsored ones because they have people working for them that are already doing it. Where's this one? TG Trimworks, 60 reviews. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna add them to my leads list over on my other screen here. Trimworks. Copy email address. And let's go like that. Copy phone. Okay, so this is being weird on me, so we'll type it in. What the dude? Okay. There we go. Trimworks, let's copy their website. Okay, and usually would like to get a little bit more information if I can about people, but we're kind of rushing today. We're trying to get someone signed today is the plan. So let's ring-a-ling-a-ling-ling, ringing. Hey John, how's it going, man? My name's CJ. So I'm calling, it's a little bit of a weird morning that I've been having over here. So I run a digital marketing agency and we work with a carpenter out of Parker, and we run his ads and manage his digital presence, and he's been getting a lot of leads the last 6 weeks. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I figured, but I just wasn't sure, might be looking to grow. So, but that's all good, man. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Wow, that guy was a total dick. But that was what I assumed. Cool. Wow, what a douchebag. That was crazy. Cool, just filling out the leads list. Man, I'm so tempted to be like, not nice, dude. Like, mean guy. Anyway. But that was the exact thing that I had figured beforehand. Cool. So maybe we will scoot down the line to people that are a little bit lower, which is what I expected. No website, they're off Santa Fe. Runewood.net, the very best in quality. This is an old website. Oh, got someone calling back. Let's see who this is. Hello, this is CJ. Okay, nobody relevant, I guess. We could try these guys, I guess. And where were they? Aurora. Yeah, why not, man? We're making calls today, though. 935-9569. Hey, Dustin. My name is CJ. I'm calling from Prism Studio. We are a digital marketing agency that works with carpenters specifically, and one of our carpenters that we've been working with has too many leads at the moment and cannot take them all on, and so we're calling around this morning looking for somebody who might be able to take on the leads that we currently have, as well as a potential long-term partnership if you're looking to grow and expand. So feel free to give me a call back 7 if you're interested in discussing further. I can answer any questions you got, and 5 minutes wouldn't hurt to see what we can do for you. So feel free to give me a call, and hope to hear from you soon. So thanks, Dustin. Kind of a beat voicemail, that one, but that's all right. That's all right. Cool. Let's close this and we'll scroll the map. Let me look at our leads list of the actual leads we do have and see area code wise. Where's their zip codes? Why are there zip codes on here? Oh, there it is, yeah. Most recent one is 80020. Where is that? Broomfield. Cool. Well, maybe we'll look for someone in Westminster really quick, then we'll scroll on up this way. So, and I don't know if people know this, but when you start looking at maps like in this way, that it starts to reprioritize the search. Like it's less of the sponsored best ones and more so like who's in the area. Yeah, like, and I want these guys that don't normally show up. Those are the ones I want to pop up. What's this guy? 29 reviews. That's a little too many for me. 6. 28. Let's try this guy first. Let's see what's up here. Like checking that immediately to see that they aren't super active on their web rebuilds. So, oops. What the fuck is this? There we go. Get their website in there. Get their email in there. And then let's see if we've got a... Oh, here's beginning below. No names. Oh yeah, it doesn't look like it. Proudly created with Wix. Nice. They do have a Facebook, just out of interest. Let's see. When's this from? 2024. So they're taking photos. That's good. Their style of work is not really what we're trying to hit. Looks like the owner's name is Jeff. We're definitely going to take that email instead. Foothills Custom Cabinet. And it says they're out of Denver, but they're sort of like Denver, Westminster. Cool. 3422. Well, what was Jeff's number? Let me see if I can pull that. Where's that Facebook link? Yeah. The number they put is the 4020 number. Yeah, that's the one I have. Cool. Ringing. Okay. So that one was weird because it had a answering machine, or a press 1 for Ball, press 2, and I pressed 2 for Jeff, and then went to his mailbox and nobody answered. And it said the mailbox was full. Okay, I'm actually going to do one more stretch of research with this, so I'll put this one on speakers.
Thank you for calling Foothills Custom Cabinets Incorporated. Please note that some of our menu options have changed. For Chris Enscalaco, Office Manager and Accounting, press 1. For Jeff Laga, press 2. For Kevin Crook,
Jeff Laga. I wonder how that's spelled. Laga. No. So let's do Foothills Custom Cabinet Jeff Laga, people. Foothills Custom. They might not have LinkedIn's, which would be tough, but I believe it. We're gonna go company, yes. And Jones, people. Jeff. Where are you, Jeff? All right. Well, sure. I mean, why not? We'll try one more attempt. Their mailboxes are full. Voice mailbox was full. Cool. Well, those guys are not getting anything out of us. So on to the next. I might just scroll down here. Oop, I gotta message Logan really quick. I'll do that here though. Colorado interior trim. What do you got for me? This is a 2025, where they did the smart thing and took that off. Bookcases, closets, kitchen, bath. Yeah, I mean, potentially. So let's try it. Good name this guy's got also, Mr. Chris. Cool. I'm ready. What are they called again? Colorado interior trim. And where's his location? He's up north there. Okay. So technically I don't even know what city they're in. Their service area is Northern Colorado though. So I'm gonna say Boulder, Westminster. Alright, let's try it. Hey, how's it going? Is this Chris? Awesome. How's it going, Chris? My name is CJ. Good, man. Well, I'm calling because I had a bit of an interesting morning over here. I guess just one quick question to make sure. Do you exclusively work with Northern Colorado, or do you ever get into like Denver and Aurora? Cool. So, well, I've got a few things. I run a digital marketing agency, and we work with a carpenter that's based out of Parker, and he became like overloaded with work. So we are calling around because we have like this list of leads essentially that aren't being serviced, and trying to find someone that could take them on. So yeah, he texted me like 2 hours ago and was like, hey, I gotta pause on everything. So I'm just making some calls and seeing if anyone was able to take the work on. Cool. Okay, sweet. Well, I'm just looking at the list here because most of them are like, generally speaking, we've been Parker, Denver. But that being said, if you're looking to like, our focus has been intentionally on Parker, Denver, Castle Rock, Aurora. But if you were looking to kind of, expand and collect more leads, we spent a lot of time getting a system together and an ad campaign that has been really successful. So I'm not sure if that's something you're open to, but we could. Cool. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So that's kind of certain areas. So is it mostly referrals? Like, is that how you're? Oh, okay, I see. So you got kind of like a little tag team. Yeah, I see. So big work. That's okay. Cool. So yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, a lot of the work that's coming in is kind of like, custom fireplace or closets or whatever, home office, things like that. So yeah, well, that's not a bad way to do it, man. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. Cool. Well, yeah, I appreciate the time. Have a great day. All right, bye. See, that's how you handle like a rejection call, like to tell somebody no. Super nice, not interested in our projects, 4 to 6 month projects. Cool. Good guy though. Notes, only interested in big projects, new house builds, etc. Cool. Understandable. Yeah, so getting a call back. Who's this from? 690. I don't know. I'm going to answer it though. Hello, this is CJ. Oh, Brett, yeah, from Brett's Custom Carpentry, right? Awesome. Yeah, how you doing, man? Good. Yeah, well, so I was just reaching out today because I specifically am making some phone calls because we've got a carpenter in Parker that we work with that has too much work we've brought him too much work essentially. I think in the last 5 weeks it's been like 23 leads that we've sent his way. And he just can't like meet with them, do the designs and service all of them. And so as of this morning, he wanted to take a pause and just kind of focus on what he has going on. So I'm calling around looking for someone that might be interested in taking on more work, like relatively immediately. So is that something that sounds interesting to you? Cool. What kind of work are you looking for, generally speaking? Kitchens, closets, full builds, whatever, fireplace, what kind of things do you like to do? Love it. Perfect. Awesome. And sweet. Yeah, so custom works, no problem. Perfect. Awesome. And what areas do you work in? Cool. How about like Aurora, Parker, a little bit to the east side? Okay. Cool. Yeah, well, I mean, if it's something you're interested in talking more about, I think it's tough to say. I'll have to go through the list and check, but I think at least 7, probably more, that are sitting like uncontacted at the moment. And that's something that we're kind of looking to make a deal with. So the deal we have with our current partner, the carpenter out of Parker, he has been on like a totally performance-based model, so he's not paying us per lead. It's just been based off what he closes, and once he makes money, we get a cut, which is an option. It's been 20%. Yeah, exactly. So that was his solution as well, which seems to has been all right. So, but that being said, like at the same time, it's because we have these leads sitting here, like we are trying to kind of like get on them quickly. Like our conversion rate goes up, significantly if we're contacting these people while they're hot, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we'd be happy to talk about selling them. If somebody wanted to buy them, we could give you the contact info and project info and all that stuff and let you do your thing. Or if you were interested in more getting into kind of like a partnership situation, that's something that we do like to do. Kind of have some skin in the game, So you win, we win. Cool. Well, it's funny how the world works sometimes. But yeah, are you? I guess and another question, because I'm happy to we're happy to take it to whatever limits that we can. But the same thing that the situation we just ran into was too much work too quickly for this guy, and that's understandable because I think at a certain point there's limitations to how quickly people can grow. But yeah, exactly. And then we're all over the place and get behind and people aren't happy, and yeah, not a good situation. But is that kind of a world you're living in of like trying to grow, or how big is the team currently? Yeah, exactly, right. So that's the cabinet turns into a remodel. So awesome. Well, I love that, because we're one of the fun things about what we do here, man, is it is really cool to be able to help people like you, small business owners, family businesses to succeed, compete, stay alive. So why don't because I'm the founder. There's a couple of us that founded this marketing agency, but our marketing campaign management guy he's actually on the other side of the world at the moment. He's in, I think, Germany right now. But he lives here. He's just visiting for a minute. But let me see if I can get him scheduled to get us all on a call to talk about specifically what we can do and setting it up, if that's something you're open to. Okay. Cool. Great. Well, I will. Is this your cell? Can I text this number? Yeah, this is 720-243-7690 cell phone. Okay, cool. Yeah, exactly. This is mine as well, yeah. Okay. Perfect. Well, yeah, we'll see if we can get something this afternoon. That would be great. I'll talk to Logan and see. I know he's jumping around at the moment, but worst case, probably tomorrow we can go over it. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Great, man. Well, yeah, thank you. I appreciate the time. We'll be in touch. Sweet. We'll talk soon. Thanks, Brett. That was cool. Considering selling answers. So yeah, I got lost in thought there. I forgot I was recording and forgot I was talking to these people and blah, 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 just all over the place. Considering selling answers leads, but he's more interested in a partnership opportunity. I already told him 20%. And he was open to it. Definitely possible, but it has to be set up. Sorry, I just responded to a client email. In the bottom right corner. So does Brett have a website? Doesn't look like it. I think this is the guy that I literally was the first call. That's funny. Well, I want to keep going, and we will keep going, but where's Brett? Yeah, here he is. Phone call, good. Touch to was returned call. Scheduled meeting for 5:21. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so it's interesting. Like the thing that I'll talk about, what we've learned and what we're trying to solve this morning. A couple things. There's people I talk to that aren't interested in scaling to the level that let me move this over. There's a few different types of clients that we get, small business owners that we run into, and some of them are not trying to scale. They're happy where they're at. Like the guy that we talked to that's trying to look for big projects that are 6 months, 8 months, and he only has to do a couple per year, and that's it. And they're doing great, and they're financially stable, and they're not really trying to grow, and that's great. And then you've got sort of the family business that's, dad, son, or, wife, husband, or maybe whatever the situation may be. And they kind of have kept it in-house, and they're not really trying to expand and grow with employees and kind of, create a true like corporation out of it. It's really just, a local service that they're trying to provide, which is cool. But there's an interesting balance between staying in business and acquiring like leads that push and drive growth. And so our ideal partner is somebody that is starting in that place, that they are, a family business or a small business, and they're just doing it for the love of the game, passion for what they do. And we allow them to grow that into, what is really a business. But the problem as a business owner is by the time it grows to that level, you're no longer the one that's painting the walls anymore. You're off the saws. You're not working in the shop where you're working on the computer, you're working on the phones. You become a business owner, and you're not working on your craft anymore. It becomes managed. So it's an interesting process for us to put people through. So I think instead of us having this great funnel that really is driving massive growth and pushing it as much as we can to one individual carpenter, we need to have a fleet. We need to have a bunch of these smaller businesses that we're keeping them all alive, and we know them personally, and we can sort of divvy up our leads to these people based off of how they're looking for work and their projects, so we can meet with them and keep up with them and set up these custom deals as we grow, is what it seems like. But getting them on the phone is the first problem, and then getting them to talk to us a second time and get into details is another problem or difficulty, challenge. And then closing it and beginning the work is another challenge. And then getting the leads to them is another challenge. And then them closing the leads is a challenge. And it's a long process to get all this stuff going, man. But when it rolls, it's really magical. a magical business to be in. Like the amount of ways that we can help these people to succeed and to grow and to keep the business in the family and, you know, keep food on the table, kids in college, things like that. It's really cool what we get to do, and it's a lot of fun, but there's a lot of challenges with it. So yeah, I'll find a way to get it so that I can actually record these calls. I'll work on that today. But as far as, you know, our video clips and such for right now, I think we're gonna cut off the video for today. It was pretty good session. So yeah, to anyone that might see this, thanks for tuning in. Take whatever actions are helpful for us to scale. Hit a like, subscribe, follow, share. And if you want to grow your business and you're seeing this and you want a great partner to work with, you know who to call. Thanks. See you next time.